Please come.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Please have a seat. So, Kuhoo,
Yes, sir.
Kuhoo, introduce yourself.
So, my name is Kuhoo Garg. I was born in Haridwar and I currently reside in Dehradun. I was a badminton player playing for the Indian national team from 2013 to 2020. Other than that, sir, I have done my schooling from Dehradun and Delhi in Sanskriti school. And sir, I have done my graduation in economics from Sri Ram College of Commerce. So my father is an IPS officer. He recently retired. And my mother is the Dean of College of Technology of GB Pant University in Panagar.
And besides badminton, what other hobbies you have?
So I have a lot of interest in traveling. I have also done the Vipassana course and I follow it as a part of my daily routine. And sir, I am also, I like to watch anime series. That is my choice of downtime.
So, Kuhoo, very interesting to see your depth, so much of badminton. So, why you thought badminton as a career was not a good career? Why civil service over badminton as a career? Why you left badminton? You played for India.
Yes, sir. So I think badminton as a career was also a very good step. And personally, till 2021, I was still 100% dedicated to the sport, and I even wanted to try for the 2022 Commonwealth Games and the Asian Games and the 2024 Olympics. But I had a major accident, almost a life-threatening accident in the November of 2021, following which I had multiple health issues, and due to the health issues, I had a lot of weakness, and then I injured myself and tore a ligament, which required surgery. So the prolonged break gave me time to really introspect and think about what I wanted to do in life. And sir, I think at this point, I also realized that I was very lucky to be getting the kind of support I did because of my family and the resources. So I wanted to really give
what
back.
else do you see in civil service?
Yes, sir. Sir, like the number one thing is serving the society, I think, which was the number one pull. And so the second thing, I think it really gives you the position to make a difference and to do a lot of work for the well-being.
Tell me, you have seen so much of badminton
Yes, sir.
and sports. So I am really interested to know
Yes, sir.
who plays a bigger role. Is it Indian coaches or foreign coaches? Number one. So how important is a coach in the life of a badminton player?
Yes, sir. Sir, I think coaches are very important as they are your mentors and your guides. So, and coaching also, if we talk about it, it is not a single coach, but an entire team of coaches which are behind the success of one single athlete. So, if I was to take an example of badminton, we had mentor in Gopi sir, we had a specific doubles coach in a Malaysian coach called Tan Kim Ho, and we also had our strength and training coaches. So, sir, I think it's a team effort.
It was a group.
Yes, sir. It's a team effort,
sir. How sports can improve productivity of an average Indian?
Yes, sir. Sir, I think sports has a lot of positive externalities. One of them, some of them being, number one, sir, sports teaches you to work hard and be diligent. It also teaches you, it also builds the Indian team spirit. It builds this Team India spirit in your minds, and it is a very good constructive activity for our youth. We have seen examples of this even in Jammu and Kashmir. It is a very good activity to engage the youth and keep them away from things like drugs, etc. So, sir, in that aspect, and sir, also lifestyle, overall fitness. If we have a physically fit lifestyle, it would decrease the disease burden later on in life, and we would have healthier and more.
So, Kuhoo, you do Vipassana meditation. How is meditation different from concentration?
Yes, sir. Sir, in my experience of Vipassana meditation, I have seen it is about observing the present moment and also gaining insight within yourself. Well, so in some aspects, it may also be the opposite of concentration. As concentration may mean that you may shut down all the outside noise and focus on one singular thing, which may be an object or a point or anything of that sort. While Vipassana or meditation for that matter would be just observing what is going on and letting everything happen as it is, simply observing while being detached from it.
Sports as a soft power. Do you think can sports play a role as a soft power?
Yes, sir. I think sports can play a big role as a soft power, and it has already been doing so as well. So, for example, we see cricket diplomacy amongst the nations which are playing cricket. Also, for that matter, even when the FIFA World Cup, we did see a lot of the head of the states travel for the finals match, as it is a big event. So, this also gives a chance for them to interact at a higher level.
Kuhoo, you are economics student.
Yes, sir.
So can you compare Indian economy and Chinese economy?
Yes.
Somewhere around 1960s, we were almost at the same level.
Yes, sir.
Then China surpassed
Yes, sir.
and India lagged behind. So number one, what were the factors why China became such a big economy? And number two, can you do a comparison of present day Indian and Chinese economy?
Yes,
just broadly 3-4 factors.
Sir, I think China opened up much before India opened up. As you rightly said, in the 1960s and 70s, China started opening up, and they set up special economic zones which were focusing on manufacturing. So they had a very liberal FDI policy, and they got in a lot of foreign investment. And through reverse engineering, they were able to become the factory of the world as we see it today. And sir, India till 1991 was still a closed economy, where our focus was on import substitution and not export-led development, which is what China did. So, sir, after 91 and the liberalization reforms which took place, India has also seen a dramatic rise. So, even currently, what we see is that Chinese economy is very heavily, there is a heavy contribution of manufacturing and the real estate sector. But sir, in India, we see the services sector is still very heavy in the economy.
Kuhoo, there is a slowdown in Chinese economy.
Yes, sir.
So, what are the factors for slowdown?
So
Can India gain with Chinese slowdown?
So the number one factor, which in my opinion, is that during COVID situation, China had a very strict zero COVID policy, and they had very strict lockdowns. So this led to a slowdown in their economy. So second thing is the current geopolitical tensions are leading the world towards the direction of a China plus one system, where they want to diversify and de-risk their supply chains.
All right.
And so the real estate sector is also defaulting, which forms almost 30% of their GDP. So that is another major concern due to excessive debt and excessive capacity. So,
Right. Thank
yes,
you.
sir.
So good evening, Kuhoo.
Good evening, sir.
So you are a badminton player.
Yes.
So what was your best rank in India?
Sir, I was India number 1 in 2018.
18. So you were better than Saina Nehwal and PV Sindhu.
No, sir. I was India number 1 in mixed doubles.
Okay.
And Saina Nehwal and PV Sindhu are women singles players.
Okay. So who amongst Saina Nehwal and PV Sindhu
Yes,
is
sir.
better player in your opinion?
Sir, I think it is very difficult to compare the two of them because their skill sets and their strengths and weaknesses are entirely different. While Saina was a trendsetter in the sense that she was the first one to really come on that stage where she played a quarterfinals at the Olympics and beat multiple Chinese. It was China against Saina. So that ways it was a very big breakthrough. But Sindhu has shown exceptional consistency. Over 10 years, she has won a medal at every single World Championship or Olympics. So sir, I think both of them are very different and yes, sir.
Now coming to your optional subject, economics.
Yes, sir.
So if we talk about economic growth and economic development,
Yes, sir.
so economic growth is quite well. India is doing quite well.
Yes, sir.
But if we talk about economic development, so we are seeing lots of inequality, unequal growth.
Yes, sir.
So why so?
Sir, I think the major causes for inequality in India, number one is the unemployment level. We see high unemployment levels, and not just unemployment but also disguised employment in agriculture, where almost 53% of the workforce is contributing to only 17% of the GDP. So this has kept their incomes low. And so second thing is the slow growth of the manufacturing sector, and especially the missing middle, the MSMEs, which we can say, because these are highly labor intensive and these can provide a large employment to the people. So third is also, I think, asset inequality, or ownership in asset inequality. An effort was made with the land reforms, but they were not very successful in achieving that.
So Kuhoo, as a student of economics, tell me role of upper middle class in India's economy.
Yes, sir. So the upper middle class in India's economy has a high consumption level. So if we talk about when we calculate GDP, we look at it as consumption plus investment plus government expenditure. So first of all, their consumption forms a major part of the GDP. But also in the upper middle class, the savings are high. So this can give impetus to our investment. And sir, again, the upper middle class, because they have access to good education and healthcare, so they can also contribute to the innovative sector of India, as India can be a leader in frugal innovation, and this can give India the edge to really emerge as a developed nation.
Kuhoo, if we look at the news in past 1 year or 2 year, there are more news on social issues such as same-sex marriage or let us say Ram Mandir or other social issues. So are we diverting from core issues of poverty and unemployment?
Sir, I don't think we are entirely diverting from those issues, as social issues also form a major part of our society. We, being humans, we live in a society, and the social structure forms the basis of this. So I think, sir, these are also very important, but at the same time, there should not be any neglect towards issues like poverty and unemployment.
So you are from Uttarakhand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So coming to Uniform Civil Code.
Yes.
So 2 things which you liked about Uniform Civil Code and 2 things which you did not like.
Yes, sir. So the one thing I like in the Uniform Civil Code is that the inheritance laws are same for everybody. And sir, another would be that divorce, again the divorce system would be equal for everybody. So this would give equal rights to the women as well. And especially in different communities, women face different kind of discrimination. So it would be a good step forward for them. And so what I dislike about the UCC, sir, actually we need more clarity on their provisions for the live-in relationships. Because right now, I think criminalizing live-in relationships and also the mandatory registration may lead to social stigmatization and also moral policing. So we need more clarity, which may come in the further rules as to how it would be implemented. And sir, another issue with inheritance may also be how they have made it the person's prerogative regarding even the parental and ancestral property. So that may lead to discrimination against women if that if it is in a patriarchal family. Sir.
Okay. Why tribals have been kept out of Uniform Civil Code in Uttarakhand?
Yes, sir. Sir, tribals form almost 3% of Uttarakhand's population. And sir, tribals have, in general, India has taken this stance towards tribals where, because they are not so integrated with the mainstream society. So the government stance has always been to give them their time and take it in a slow step-by-step process. Even in the 5th and 6th schedule, hence they have been given special privileges. But sir, at the same time, I think changes in the tribal system should be taken from within. It should be voluntary and voluntarily done. And sir, any regressive practices which go against public health and morals should be definitely, education and awareness should be spread about them to reform those practices, sir.
Okay, you like traveling also.
Yes, sir.
So tell me about tribal tourism.
Sir, tribal tourism. Sir, I'm sorry.
Okay,
I have not
no issues. My last question. Okay. I would like to know your view on the elections in Pakistan. How will it impact India?
Yes.
Secondly, which is better for India, a strong Pakistan or a weak Pakistan?
Yes, sir. So the elections in Pakistan have not come out with a very definitive result. There is still no single power, no single party in a strong power there, and hence that may lead to some instability. And sir, a strong but an unstable Pakistan is never good for India, as that gives more power to the military and for the military to run things as per their wishes. And sir, that may also lead to more external state actors acting into India. So sir, I think overall a stable Pakistan is what India needs, a strong and stable Pakistan.
So thank you, Kuhoo. I pass on to the next member.
Kuhoo, what is a green bond?
So green bonds are issued for any activity which may be environmentally friendly.
Like,
Sir, it can be
who issues this bond?
sir, they can be issued by a sovereign entity or also by a private entity to raise funds for any environmentally friendly activity. So, sir, like rainwater harvesting.
Very right, Kuhoo. Now, the chief economic advisor recently made a statement that we are not happy with the way the green bond is working.
Yes, sir.
It's not taking off properly. Why?
Sir, I'm sorry, I have not read about this, sir.
What is deglobalization?
So, deglobalization refers to this trend which we are seeing of rising protectionism internationally. Like we saw UK leaving the European Union and the Brexit.
So, is it going to help us, harm us
Sir,
from India perspective?
Sir, overall what we saw with rising globalization was that there was very high interdependence of the countries, and sometimes challenges which were arising outside had a very adverse impact on countries on countries all over the world. And sir, also there were talks of some loss of sovereignty because
Good.
rise of multilateralism.
Deglobalization and friendshoring are same or different matters?
Sir, I think they are not the same, but they are slightly related, because instead of simply moving to countries because of the advantages they may provide in terms of cost and labor, we are now also moving towards countries which may be ideologically similar to us, so that in the longer term we do not face a lot of challenges with them due to geopolitical issues.
Whether this intelligence, AI, is going to dent our competitive cost advantage, cost competitiveness in the service industry?
Sir, I think that that could be a possibility. However, if we tackle it properly, where we retrain our workforce to use this artificial intelligence, then we can be the ones to actually gain from it. So it is more about retraining and reskilling our workforce and moving more towards the skills like creative thinking, analysis, and skills like this, which could help us, sir.
What is the distinction between revenue deficit and fiscal deficit?
Sir, revenue deficit is the difference between the revenue receipts and the revenue expenditure of the government. Revenue being which does not affect the asset or liability of the government. And so fiscal deficit is the total expenditure of the government when we subtract the revenue expenditure and non-debt creating receipts.
So do we have any act in India which sets a target
yes, sir,
to control the fiscal deficit?
Sir, the FRBM Act sets a target to control the fiscal deficit to 3%. Sir.
And what is stagflation, skewflation, shrinkflation?
Yes, sir. So stagflation is when we are seeing inflation, but at the same time the economy is not growing. So there is stagnancy and inflation. Sir, shrinkflation is when due to inflation, the companies, instead of increasing the price, they reduce the size of their products. So you may get a smaller product for the same price now. And sir, I'm sorry, I do not know the third term.
It's all right. Thank you.
Kuhoo,
Yes, sir.
you are from Uttarakhand.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me something. There is a scheme by the name Parvatmala scheme. What is Parvatmala scheme?
So Parvatmala scheme has this vision of connecting our mountainous regions with ropeways, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So in Uttarakhand, any ropeway structure has been, initiated or started?
So there are talks of a ropeway from Dehradun to Mussoorie, but it has not started as yet. And in some places we do see some smaller ropeways, but we do not have any major ropeways in
And
Uttarakhand.
beyond Dehradun and Mussoorie, towards Govind Dham and Badrinath and all that, Govind Ghat.
Sir, sir, in my knowledge, I do not know of any concrete plans as of now.
Okay. Recently, Kuhoo, the Supreme Court has said, your National Tiger Conservation Authority and the state government Uttarakhand in Jim Corbett, they say that we have to be animal centric. We don't have to be tourist centric. What was the issue? They wanted to raise some tiger safari there.
Yes, sir.
What was the issue?
Sir, in the Corbett National Park, there was this idea of building a tiger safari where they would have a sort of a controlled area where these chances of sightings could increase. So that would have led to more tourism in this region, sir.
Yeah. So, do you think the Supreme Court has done a good thing?
Yes, sir. I think this is a very good step because,
Why?
sir, I think tigers being wild animals, they should be in their natural ecosystem without any human interference or human on their presence.
But their area, Kuhoo is quite a small area. So many tigers. This area, jungle is not very big.
Yes, sir.
Isn't that?
Sir, yes, sir. Corbett National Park has the highest tiger density in India.
But area is not that big.
Yes, sir. It is not a very big.
Not a very big area.
Yes, sir.
So you have another park, national park, that is Rajaji National Park.
Yes, sir.
Is there any possibility that we can connect Rajaji National Park with the tiger, with this Jim Corbett Park?
Yes, sir. I think some corridors can be made. The government has even tried translocation of tigers because, like I said, here we have very high density leading to human-animal conflict. So, sir, I think exploring options like corridors would be a very good option.
That will be a good option.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You are also from Haridwar.
Yes, sir.
So, Haridwar, you have Kumbh Mela.
Yes.
How many Kumbh Mela, how many places we have this Kumbh Mela in India?
So, 4 places.
Which are those 4 places?
So, one is Nasik, one is Ujjain, one is Prayagraj, and then Haridwar.
So, in Nasik and Ujjain, which are the rivers where it is celebrated, this Mela?
Sir, Nasik is on Godavari river and Ujjain is on river Shipra.
Ujjain is on river Shipra. Kuhoo, my last question is about this encroachment issue in Haldwani.
Yes, sir.
Now, encroachment is an issue. Lot of government land is getting encroached. So many people have encroached government land.
Yes, sir.
Encroacher need to be punished for that.
Yes,
That
sir.
is a done. I mean, no two issues about it. But many people say that the encroachers are not the only set of people who are responsible for the encroachment. There is another set of people, they are also equally responsible for the encroachment on government lands. They should also get punishment.
Yes, sir.
Who is the other set of people?
Sir, I think it is the local authorities who should have been in charge in the first place to not let the encroachment happen.
Yes.
There should have been a proactive approach, and
Yes.
from the very beginning, if it could have been tackled, we would not have arrived at the situation that.
Very good, very good, very good. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
So, Kuhoo,
Yes, sir.
there are 2 wars happening,
Yes, sir.
Israel, Hamas and Russia, Ukraine,
Yes, sir.
and lot of casualties. What is human rights activist and human rights group doing about this? And what do you think future of these wars is going to be?
So the human rights groups are definitely raising a lot of voice against the civilian casualties that are taking place in both these places. We have also seen cases in the International Criminal Court, the ICC, which has even persecuted Putin, and also, sir, there's a current case going on against Israel also in this situation. So, sir, they are calling for a ceasefire, and they are also providing humanitarian assistance, and they are raising this issue, sir. So, in the long term, eventually the solution can only come through dialogue and discussion. So like in the Israel and Hamas war, the long-term solution can only come through a two-state solution where there is an independent and autonomous Palestine coexisting with an independent Israel. And because, sir, sir, similarly in Russia and Ukraine, the war has now been going on for 2 years almost. So, sir, I think again, with the funding drying up from the allies, Ukrainian allies, it will be difficult to continue the war. And eventually, the Ukrainian president should also agree for discussions, and there has to be found some common ground.
So, Kuhoo, with this, we come to a close of our mock.
Yes, sir.
So, you can wait outside, we'll call you.
Yes, thank you, sir.
So, Kuhoo, now we are in informal mode.
Yes, sir.
So, relax.
Yes, sir.
So, how you think you have done?
Sir, I think it was okay. It was there's obviously a lot of scope for improvement, but I think overall it was okay.
Kuhoo, you have impressed us.
Thank you, sir.
You have impressed the entire panel. not only with your personality, knowledge, communication, content, your thought process, structuring, all the boxes you have ticked.
Thank you, sir.
You are a badminton player, achiever at that. So you are an all-rounder.
Thank you, sir.
And I think this is the kind of personalities civil services will be too happy to have. So you have done very well.
Thank you, sir.
I have actually no points to guide you except one point which we observed. You were a bit tensed, like you are smiling now.
Yes, sir.
You were anxious at that time.
Yes, sir.
Why? When you are full of information and knowledge.
Yes, sir.
There was not a question where you faltered.
Sir, immediately before this, I had another mock which was very bad. So I think after that, I was a little it did hit my confidence a little bit. But I just gathered myself that it's okay. I'm going to try and do my best one in this one.
Today you are so good.
Thank you, sir.
There was not even one question where you falter. Means I think we had all varied kind of questions from you. So you did the mock just before coming here.
Yes, sir. Like around 4 p.m. So.
And
What is the question you couldn't answer?
Sir, so they started with the farmers' protest, and I think what happened was, although my personal thinking is that maybe the demands that farmers are making may not be in their best interest, but I started with a slightly softer note so that I could go into it. So I started with that it is a sad situation that our farmers are on the streets, but I think with the start I was yes, sir, and I was told that and I used the word Annadata. So I think I was interjected on that you're going in a political direction, and after that multiple questions I think sir.
I think that point is
Yes, sir.
right. Don't
Yes,
use
sir.
the word
Yes, sir.
Andata because they represent a very small
Yes,
fraction
sir.
of
Yes, sir. Even
farmers.
I realized that. Yes, sir.
And whatever may be the motive, we are not into that. We are into genuineness
Yes,
of
sir.
their demand. So forget about that.
Yes, sir.
And, take the best thing that is happening.
Yes, sir.
You are good. And let's hear other members.
Kuhoo, you are excellent candidate, I tell you.
Thank you.
But before that, just one warning is that don't use this Annadata or
Yes, sir.
this data or that data.
Yes,
Nothing. You simply say farmers.
Yes, sir.
And whenever you start giving any answer, try to be quite balanced first.
Yes,
then
sir.
slowly, gradually, you go to your field.
Right.
And then we'll balance view this side also, and
Right.
then you give a solution ki sir, this may be, it will be the most appropriate thing. Many people say this is, many people say that is this, but sir, most appropriately this will be helpful, and this will helpful for the economy of India also, it will help the farmers also.
Right, sir.
Okay?
Right,
So
sir.
something like that, a balancing approach.
Yes, sir.
Balancing approach, and all superlatives type of things should not be, they are highly demanding, or they are highly oppressed, they are highly good people, they are
Yes,
very
sir.
bad people. No, nothing like that.
Yes, sir.
Very balanced approach. This is
Yes.
one thing, not for here, but I am talking
Yes,
about
sir.
what you
Yes,
told me. Here you have done excellent.
Yes, sir.
In Uttarakhand, you have exceedingly well all the things. And now in Uttarakhand, few important thing is that the hilly districts of Uttarakhand, their economy,
Yes, sir.
what I like floriculture,
Yes, sir.
horticulture, cash crops, and the plain economy, plains district, their
Yes, sir.
economy.
Yes,
These
sir.
two different things.
Yes, sir.
You read about that.
Yes.
Then Himalayan glaciers, Uttarakhand Himalayan glaciers, their condition of the Himalayan glacier, flash floods, Char Dham, all these things, tourism, influx of tourism. The bad thing about tourism, what are the bad thing about Nainital tourism? What is the bad thing about Mussoorie tourism?
Yes, sir.
How it can be alleviated, what we can do, such type of things, some searching questions.
Yes, sir.
So do that. Gujars, about Rajaji National Park, Gujars, reservation of Gujars to Bakarwal to Jammu Kashmir.
Yes,
So
sir.
link all those
Okay.
things.
Yes, sir.
So please go through this. But as Chairman sir was telling, I also have nothing. Maybe you are flawless in all my answers, complete flawless answers, beautiful answers.
Thank you, sir.
You will do extremely well in your interview. Keep it up. Read your papers, read your magazines
Yes,
till your interview,
Yes,
and
sir.
you would fantastically do. You are doing very extremely well. Very, very good candidate, I tell you.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
Thank you, sir.
क्या आपका नाम का मतलब है कुहू?
सर कोयल की आवाज।
अच्छा अच्छा
अच्छा।
तो बचपन में जैसे बच्चे का घर में साउंड बहुत प्लीजिंग लगता है तो उससे
उसकी
रखा
आवाज है।
डायरेक्ट लिसनिंग
आपके नाम पे तो गाने भी बने हुए हैं।
हाँ sir.
वेरी
लता
गुड, नथिंग
मंगेशकर
टू
का
स्टेट,
बड़ा-
यू आर डूइंग वेरी वेल।
Thank you, sir.
पता नहीं आप टेंस क्यों लग रहे हो, यही मेरे को एक बड़ी विचित्र चीज लगी। जिस आदमी शख्स के पास इतना इंफॉर्मेशन है, ज्ञान का भंडार है, वो कोई किसी ने कोई गलत ऐसी सवाल पूछ लिया। देखो, इट इज नॉट टू बुली और बुलडोज समबडी,
Yes.
द इंटरव्यू इज ओनली टू इंटरैक्ट विथ यू ऑन अस ऑन इश्यूज वेयर यू नो बेटर।
Yes, sir.
आपसे हमने इकोनॉमी के बारे में पूछा, जनरल पूछा, आपने बढ़िया बताया। इसमें कोई ऐसी कहीं कोई एबरेशन लगी नहीं, कोई एक्सट्रीम व्यू लगी नहीं, हमें तो ऐसा लगा नहीं। टेंस मत रहिए, एंजॉय द कॉन्वर्जेशन। इट्स नॉट अ क्वेश्चन आंसर सेशन,
Yes.
इट इज अ टेस्ट ऑफ पर्सनैलिटी। बी एट ईज, converse, make conversation,
Yes.
so that it is not only interesting for you to also people. वैसे usually we have very limited time to ask 3 or 4 questions. With you we ask about 6 questions or 7 questions. अब काफ़ी क्वेश्चन पूछ पाए क्योंकि द स्पीड इज़ वेरी गुड।
Yes, sir.
थोड़ा सोच के भी बोल सकते हो, आराम आराम से, एज इफ यू आर कन्वर्सिंग
Yes, sir. Yes.
एंड बी एट ईज।
Yes.
देयर इज नथिंग टू वरी, यू आर डूइंग वेरी वेल।
Thank you, sir.
तो कुहू, ओवरऑल आपने बहुत अच्छा किया है, चाहे वो कंटेंट की बात हो, कम्युनिकेशन हो, पर्सनालिटी हो, आपके काफ़ी अच्छे कैंडिडेट उभर के आए हैं। यू वर एबल टू कवर मोस्ट ऑफ द एरियाज, बी इट इंटरनेशनल रिलेशन, इकोनॉमी, हरियाणा, सोशल इश्यूज, सब आपने अच्छा किया है।
Yes.
ठीक है, सो कीप इट अप। अब 2 चीज़ें मैं आपको बताना चाहूँगा।
हाँ जी सर।
जब आपको इतनी अच्छी नॉलेज है तो आप नर्वस क्यों दिख रहे हैं?
हाँ, सर।
आपके हाथ हिल रहे हैं थोड़े से,
हाँ।
मतलब आप आंसर दे रहे हैं, इतने अच्छे आंसर इतने सारे कैंडिडेट्स में हमने आज तक सुने ही नहीं है, और फिर भी आप नर्वस हो रहे हैं। आपको नर्वस होने की जरूरत नहीं, किसी ने पता नहीं आपको फीडबैक दे दिया होगा कुछ, उसको भूल जाइए। जस्ट बी कॉन्फिडेंट अबाउट योर सेल्फ, यू आर वन ऑफ द बेस्ट।
Thank you, sir.
आपको मार्क्स बताएंगे, इट इज द हाईएस्ट मार्क्स विच आर बीइंग गिवन टू यू, तो आपको नर्वस होने की जरूरत नहीं है। ठीक है, दूसरा, आपने इंट्रोडक्शन में ये बोला कि माय फादर इज डीजीपी एंड माय मदर इज समथिंग, ऐसे बोला था,
हाँ जी,
ऐसे
सर।
आपने बोला था।
हाँ जी।
बिल्कुल भी मत बताइए।
ओके सर, ठीक है।
हाँ, वो मैंने देखा फॉर्म में डीजीपी हैं उत्तराखंड में, वो
सर,
लिखा
हाँ,
हुआ है
ये
फॉर्म में।
retired reason।
हाँ, जो भी है।
हाँ।
तो इंटरव्यू में कभी भी पूरे इंटरव्यू में मेंशन नहीं करना है।
अच्छा, ओके सर।
इट कैन अमाउंट कि आप बताना चाह रहे हो, देख लो मेरे पापा डीजीपी हैं।
ओके, राइट सर।
आपका
I
मीनिंग
never
ये नहीं
thought
है,
of this.
मीनिंग नहीं, पर कोई भी ऐसा सोच सकता है बेसिकली। इट
Yes.
अमाउंट टू थ्रोइंग नेम्स।
हाँ, यस सर, करेक्ट।
ठीक है, फिर वाई सिविल सर्विस में अगर पूछा जाएगा तो उसमें भी ये मेंशन मत करना, आप सोसाइटी वाला पॉइंट ही बोलना एंड डाइवर्सिटी वाला पॉइंट ही बोलना,
ठीक है सर।
है ना, वो ही अच्छा रहेगा। तो उसमें भी, हालांकि आपने किया नहीं था, पर गलती से भी मेंशन मत कर देना।
सर, तो इसमें ऐसा नहीं बोलना चाहिए कि अपने फादर को देख के इंस्पिरेशन मिली।
एक बात बताओ, किसको नहीं मिलती है?
हाँ, राइट।
वो इम्प्लीसिट है।
हाँ।
तो आपके फादर डॉक्टर होते तो फिर आप
सवाल
डॉक्टर बन
पूछा
जाते।
जाए तब बोलो कुहू।
हाँ,
हाँ जी।
अगर
सवाल
आपसे
पूछा जाता
पूछते
है।
हैं कि
हाँ।
वो मोटिवेटेड यू,
हाँ,
so
राइट
then
तो उसमें आप बोल सकते हो आराम से,
राइट सर।
है ना। एंड आई ऑलवेज वांटेड टू डू समथिंग फॉर द सोसाइटी,
हाँ।
and I was about to contribute a lot towards badminton, but however civil service is the best option which is in front of me.
राइट सर,
Simple,
राइट सर।
है ना, ये आप बोलिएगा। Otherwise you have done very well, keep it up.
थैंक यू सर।
so Kuhoo, we have given you the highest marks ever,
ओके सर।
72%.
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
198 marks,
ओके सर।
and आपके 200 प्लस भी आ सकते हैं अगर नर्वस नहीं रहोगे तो।
हाँ जी सर।
थोड़ा सा नर्वसनेस को कम कर दो,
हाँ जी सर, राइट।
और whatever tempo you have kept up today,
हाँ जी सर।
don't let it go.
ओके सर।
Keep on reading, keep on firming up your views. जहाँ लेंथी रिप्लाईज हैं उसको थोड़ा सा घटा सकते हो।
राइट सर। Yes.
So I think when I asked you about badminton, so
हाँ
there
जी सर।
some of the replies were little long.
यस सर, यस
So
सर।
you can cut it short.
ठीक है सर, आई विल वर्क ऑन दैट।
कोच के बारे में,
हाँ जी सर, राइट सर।
okay? So wish you all the best. Any question?
All the best. Any question?
सर, एक ये था कि was my speed of talking okay? Like, I hope I was not too fast or
No.
rushing.
It was okay.
I felt it was fine.
No, it was fine.
Okay.
And it
It was
was
fine.
very clear, very confident sound.
Okay.
हाँ, it
So
was
नहीं तो हम
confident.
तो
Neat and
कैंडिडेट को
clear.
बोलते हैं कि जोर से बोलो.
हाँ जी।
हाँ,
So you were full of energy.
बहुत
More
अच्छा था।
important is, were you natural?
Yes, sir. This
हाँ।
is how I naturally.
बी एज इट इज,
Yes.
कुछ चेंज करने की जरूरत
change करना
नहीं
है।
कुछ नहीं
अगर बोलेगा भी ना फास्ट और स्लो जाओ मत करो, फिर
कुछ-
थॉट प्रोसेस आपका रुक जाएगा।
हाँ।
जस्ट बी नेचुरल।
Right, sir.
एकदम नेचुरल रहो आप।
ठीक है, sir.
और कौन सी डेट पर आपका इंटरव्यू है?
Sir, 5th April.
5 अप्रैल को कुछ
What
होगा?
time is
हैं?
it?
अभी टाइम है, लेकिन 5 अप्रैल का कोई इम्पोर्टेंस भी होता है ना कुछ?
हाँ, sir. I'll read upon that.
हाँ, क्या वो कौन सा दिन है या क्या है?
Yes, sir.
यूनाइटेड नेशन का कोई दिन
जितने
है?
भी डेज हैं इंपॉर्टेंट डेज,
हाँ जी,
वो
sir.
ध्यान रखना।
Yes, sir.
ये आप कर लो, यू विल डू वेरी वेल।
Thank you, sir.
अच्छा,
All
आप
the
जब
best.
आंसर दे रहे थे, जो क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे थे, उनको देखे बजाय कुछ सोच के बोल रहे थे? ऐसा है
सर,
क्या?
जब कभी थोड़ा सा किसी क्वेश्चन में लग रहा था कि थोड़ा सा सोचने की जरूरत है, तो आई थिंक तब मैं थोड़ा सा पॉज ले रही थी.
पॉज नहीं, आई कांटेक्ट कहीं और भी कर रहे थे? ऐसा था?
नहीं सर, मोस्टली आई थिंक आई वाज ट्राइंग टू कीप द आई कांटेक्ट विद whoever asked the question.
ठीक।
सर, रिगार्डिंग दिस, नॉर्मली जैसे जिस भी बोर्ड मेंबर ने क्वेश्चन पूछा, मोस्टली उनकी तरफ देखना चाहिए.
यस,
That is fine.
बिल्कुल। और इधर उधर देखने की
मोस्टली
जरूरत नहीं
उनकी
है।
तरफ, और अगर 10% अगर
ये
आप,
देख सकते हो, अदरवाइज
इधर उधर भी देखनी
जो
तो
क्वेश्चन
कोई-
पूछता उसको ही देखो।
ठीक है सर. ओके.
क्योंकि जिससे सवाल हो रहा है उनसे तो आप बात कर रहे हैं,
हाँ जी सर.
इधर उधर
सो
देखने
दैट इज द कम्युनिकेशन।
राइट सर. ठीक है.
ऑल द बेस्ट।
थैंक यू सर.